And we're back in the Model 3 because yesterday I received full self-driving version 14.1.4. I was hoping I would get it in the S, but alas, I didn't. Though I have seen people on Tesla's like nice early access list get it in the Model S, so that's good. Hopefully I'll receive it soon. This is also probably a good time to just go ahead and disclose that I am not on any special list, early access, nothing. So I can say whatever I want and show whatever I want, which you will more than likely see in this video. As I've heard, in some ways, version 14 is really good, like the A to B, like the full thing of actually parking when you get to B. But I've heard in the overall smoothness, it's been a bit of a regression. So let me go ahead and zoom in here. We're just gonna be going right across the street as I really wanna see this whole new user interface. So, and before we actually get started, let me head on into the autopilot. As you can see, brake confirm is now off by default, which I really think is nice. Speed profile. We're gonna do hurry for this little short trip, and then we're gonna swap over to Mad Max. Yeah, so it looks like the speed offset is gone. You still have the speed limit warning offset, but yeah, now it's just speed profiles. Tap to activate drive. What if I just do this, and then, oh, so you don't even have to hold it. All right, we're pulling out this way, which is interesting. Yeah, still coming to full stops. Sorry about that, I'm actually gonna take this down. I always forget to take it down before I start the drive. And you know, I was wondering, oh, they could have, I think we were there first, but I wasn't really paying attention. So thankfully FSD is paying attention. I thought you could choose how you parked at your destination. Maybe you can't. I thought that was a thing. Ooh, don't hit that curb. So far it feels like hurry, like the rate at which it accelerates, how it slows down. Hurry is what I prefer to drive in, so I assume I will prefer to drive in Mad Max even more. Okay, let's not have a repeat of the Cybertruck where we ram this curb. Nice. Okay, turn signal immediately, good. All right, we can go, perfect. I've done a few of these drives now where like as I say stuff, the car does it. I think some people think the car is listening. I don't think, well, maybe not. Apparently also the camera now is a little bit less screamy at you when you look at the screen. I've been looking at the screen now for a few seconds. It still hasn't yelled at me. Oh, okay, hurry, parking lot. Oh, okay. All right, okay. So we can do curbside or we can do parking lot. Okay, so now it's gonna yell at me. So yeah, that was actually good. That was like 5-7 seconds. It used to be like immediately. All right, so I guess now it's searching. You don't really need a turn signal right there, but I guess it doesn't hurt. Is it about to take that spot? This is the first time it's ever done this in my Model 3. If you all watched my Model S video a few weeks back, in that video, yeah, my Model S parked itself, like when it got to the destination, which has never happened. And since then, it's done it a ton of different times. And it looks like my Model 3 has now as well. Though my Model S has pulled into spaces and backed into spaces. So I'm curious if maybe we can get it to pull in somewhere. All right, destination number 2 is in, and I actually need to put some air in these tires. I'm gonna swap us over to Mad Max, slide that over. So it's gotta navigate out of here, and it is going to be doing curbside parking, or that's at least what I'm gonna tell it to do. Okay, nice, this guy just walked out. It was gonna turn, oh. It was a little hesitant there. Yeah, I heard that the overall smoothness is not as good here with V14. Yep. Yeah, it seemed like it wanted to go that. I mean, that would have been fine. Slowing down for this pedestrian. I'm actually going to go ahead and tap here. Oh, look, there's my car. Look, there's another car. It looks just like mine. Oh, a little heads up to everyone that watches me that lives in Kentucky. We have a new all black license plate now, a little PSA. It's literally called Blackout. And yeah, it's completely black. It has the Kentucky, I'll just have a picture on screen now. So just a little heads up. We are booking. I should probably have the radar detector up because there's a lot of cops that sit through here, but I can't control the speed anymore in terms of like offset. But normally they're sitting right up here. We're doing like 20 over right now. We are booking it. I love this. This is a little bit faster than I would drive through here. Normally it's a 45. I'd probably do like 50, 55. Now, I do wonder if the phone mount I got over here is still kind of in its blind spot, the camera's blind spot. Yep, don't go, don't go. Go, go, go. Oh, perfect, perfect, yes. Nice. All right, face forward, eyes are down. Let's see how long it takes to yell at me with this phone mount. Okay, yeah, so it looks like V14 is treating it kind of the same way as the screen. But if I'm glancing down then glancing up, it doesn't seem to be picking up on it, which is good. I mean, normally when I have to quickly do something on my phone, I glance down, glance up a bunch while I'm on FSD. Yeah, doesn't seem to be yelling at me, which is nice. I know that the in-hand detection for devices has been pretty much spot on, a little bit too spot on, because like sometimes I have like food in my hand, or I'll have my like big Yeti, or not Yeti, Stanley, I don't know, it's one of the big things you put water in, and I'll have it just kind of sitting right here holding it, and the car will yell at me, and it'll say like device in hand, the like active monitoring disabled. But yeah, I'll have this phone mount link down below, and you can use code TREAT25 to get 15% off, actually 15% off everything, all other floor mats, screen protectors, organizers, mud flaps, and we finally have our new rotating screen mounts in, and they don't lower the screen anymore. This one is still a little bit lower because this was like a pre-production model, but yeah, I'm gonna try to have it flat for you all. Yeah, I'll have everything linked down below. Took that turn really nice. We're keeping pace really nice. Ooh, it's slowing down a little. That was definitely being a little shaky right there. I don't know if like these tiny little shakes or like imperfections are even noticeable on camera, but when I'm in the seat, I can feel it. You know, being back in the three things I love over the S: seating position, steering wheel, buttons. Love all that. However, and it's kind of weird because when I first got the S, I was like, can I really tell that much of a difference between like the wind noise and the bumps in the road? And at first I couldn't, but now getting used to the S and coming back to the 3, I can definitely tell. I can hear more of the wind kind of surrounding me. I can feel more of the bumps in the road. It was on that. I don't know if y'all saw that. The second that it saw that car's brake lights come on, it immediately braked. And I do wonder if that's because we're in Mad Max and it's following a little bit closer, that it's a little bit more on it when it comes to getting on those brakes in case someone in front of you starts braking. Turn signal. It's gonna follow this car right in. All right, they got the green light, we can go. Perfect. Now, like I said, some people think the car's listening to me. Okay, all right, I think I see some street parking here. Right there, nice, I see a spot right there. Wait, no, that's not a spot. This is not a spot. This is not a parking spot. But if it was, we just pulled in. Like we're literally reversing. We're reversing on a main road right now into a spot, or at least what it thinks is a spot. Oh my God, it did it. I mean, we're not in a parking spot, but it looks like a parking spot. And to be honest with you, I've parked in this exact spot before late at night, not knowing it wasn't a spot, which is how I know it's not a spot. Driver not detected. What? What do you mean driver not detected? Okay. Oh, wow, it pulled out immediately, too. It's got to be doing, like, pre-scanning and stuff. Kind of like keeping a log before you actually turn on FSD. Which, I mean, I guess is kind of like a given. But that was so quick. This is a pretty congested intersection. Ooh, ooh. Oh, the car did so good right there. I don't know if you saw that. That truck was way over the center. I mean, there's no line, but... All right, so we're good on the left, but the right is where we come into trouble. Go, 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 go. Okay, it kind of hesitated there, but that that was good. That was actually really good. All right, coming up to here, got this pedestrian who just slowed down. All right, he's turned around. We're being a... Oh, okay, yeah, that was really bad. Dude. I do wonder, will this park in a garage for you now? That may be something I'll test out in just a second. Kind of get back to the house and... All right, it thinks we're gonna park in a parking garage. Let's park curbside. So it looks like it did change. All right, so this is a handicap spot. It cannot park here, but at least it sees that it's a spot. And we're actually pretty... All right, it just threw it in park. I mean, we're within the lines. It's just a handicap. I want to quickly run home and see if it'll park in my garage. Actually, hang on a second. Before we head to the house, I want to try this little loop right here. If you watched my Cybertruck FSD video, then you'll know that it got stuck here. Like, it could not get out of this loop. It just kept on going around and around and around. So I'm curious if it'll be able to do this. So let's go ahead and start. This is the same thing Cybertruck did. Cybertruck backed out, or maybe I backed out and then I turned it on, but nonetheless, it got stuck in this loop. So it got stuck in the left lane right here. So it just kept turning left up here, as you'll see. Whoa, whoa, that's, I did not see that. That was good. I did not see that until we were right up on it. That little barrier, hopefully y'all saw that. Which means it got into the right lane. All right, hang on. I'm gonna put on my left turn signal. See if it'll get over and then realize it's doing something. No, okay, yeah, so it refuses to get over. That's good, that's good. All right, so, I mean, I guess maybe I'll get another Cybertruck for my upcoming, it's gotta turn left right here. Maybe I'll get another Cybertruck for my upcoming Model S service appointment. This is like my 4th or 5th. I've had 2 yoke replacements at this point because the buttons keep breaking. My right side of my dash is falling down a little bit. This is probably why I'm not in the early access program, is because I talk about the problems a little too much. And there's a few other things that they're fixing, but it's one big service appointment. They're gonna have the car for like a week, so I'm just fingers crossed, praying that they fix everything, because actually like owning the car, driving the car, Plaid, hatchback, tons of space, it's a great drive, has been perfect. If we can just get all the little minute things fixed, and favorite car that I've ever owned. Now, you cannot turn left out of here. You can't do it. And I don't think the car cares. I think the car is still gonna attempt a left-hand turn. Yeah, there's a big sign right there that says right-hand turn only. If I can get my phone out. Right turn only. So we look like over there. More traffic coming. Oh, hang on. Oh no, there's a cop right there. Nope. We're putting the brakes on.
Pause. Pay attention to my hand right here. I thought I turned my right turn signal on, hence why I was just awkwardly sitting and waiting. Was trying to play it cool and let the officer that was very clearly staring at me from across the street like go on, at which point I was going to turn it back on and see what it was going to do. Actually, at the end of this video, I'm going to run this back, so stay tuned.
I'm not doing it, guys. I'm not doing it. There's a cop right there. He was waiting. Now he just rolled his window down. I'm gonna let him go first. I think he's waiting for me to turn left. Oh, okay. Thanks, sorry. Yeah, he literally just yelled at me to, he put his hand out and was like, hang on, I'll record it in case y'all couldn't see it. Yeah, okay, all right. I guess we'll turn right. Well, at least we'll go through the roundabout. Y'all be able to see this roundabout because we got to go all the way through. Looks like there's actually a cop parked in the middle of it too. All right, yeah, Tesla, we got to do something about being able to read these signs that telling you that it's a right hand or left hand turn only. I know it's still a supervised software, so there's always the people that goes, whoa, that's why it's supervised and you got to take over when it does mistakes. But those same people are also the ones that are like, it's sentient now. Yeah, it's sentient. It can literally read my mind. All right, now let's see it park here. I have parking lot on, but the lines are non-existent. This is pretty much what Cybertruck did too. It just kind of pulled into wherever. I mean, which works for me. All right, but now let's get to the house and let's see how it does in the driveway because it refuses to pull into my driveway. Yeah, here we go. Oh, it's gonna pull in. All right, let's see it. Is it gonna pull into the garage though? Whoa, whoa, I never pull in, I back in. It's getting on the left side. It thinks my light's a green light. Oh no, we just parked. Oh, honestly, I can't complain. That was pretty good. V14 thoughts. It's kind of surreal that we finally have A to B capability, and the speed at which it parks at B is miles ahead of auto park, which was my biggest concern. I was really worried that they were just gonna slap auto park onto the software whenever you reached your destination, but no, this seems to be different, and that's good. As for if you should upgrade, well, if you value smoothness, I would personally wait until they iron that out. If, however, you're someone that wants the new thing, your car doing the new stuff, and you don't mind sacrificing smoothness, then I'd say, yeah, go for it. Quickly, a little announcement. We are heading west, like literally. The lady and I are heading out to Las Vegas. Well, technically a town a little bit south of Vegas called Good Springs. Oh, I didn't even see that stop sign. And if you know, yeah, this is real shaky. And if you know ball, you may be thinking, that Good Springs? Yes, like, ain't that a kick in the head, that Good Springs? And we're gonna be road tripping it the whole way in the S. I will be posting throughout the entire trip over on X or Instagram, so if you wanna follow along a cross-country road trip, then you can. And then from there, we're gonna be heading down to LA to see the Tesla diner. I've never been to California and stuff, so it should be a pretty fun and interesting trip. Just wanna give you all a heads up. I'll probably mention it a few more times before we actually end up leaving. Yeah, so there's a no left turn sign. It is raining a little bit harder than it was yesterday, but there should be a little bit less traffic. Yeah, it does not care. It's gonna attempt a left turn. It's going to attempt the left turn, or at least I think. It's completely clear if it wants to go right now. There you go. For anyone that said it wouldn't do it, there you go. Yeah, recording, yep. It went out, stuttered. Wait a second. The car behind us also turned left. Can the nav see the car behind? Well, you all should see it pop up here in just a second. Yeah, the car behind us also turned left. Imagine it was the same cop from yesterday. He's just been sitting there waiting the whole time. But all right, yeah, there you go. That's V14. If you all are new around here and you want to see more Tesla-related stuff in your YouTube feed, like I said, big cross-country road trip, East Coast, West Coast, and then back. We should have V14 by then on the Model S. Then feel free to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.